Hello, guides and goddesses. Hope everything is beautiful with you. Hopefully you saw the letter reading. And I'm going to keep going in that energy for the first read, which will be a little selected deck. Let's see what's going on with you. Then the next reading I'll do about the others around you. And then we'll see what the third reading is. I don't know if there is one. So if you did watch the letter readings, you know that that was the message. You untie you. So I'm going to put down 3 decks. You can choose the one that just catches your attentiones. And we'll see what's going on with you. Okay, hold on. Ooh. At the bottom of the deck is Sagittarius, so I'm going to flip it a little bit. So I guess this deck might be for people who are dealing with you, like you got others on your mind more than yourself. Other controlling people on your mind more. People in control. Okay. Oh. That dog, I can't do it. My hands aren't big enough. Okay. This is testing your patience. This is testing your patience around money and blockages are things of value that could be blocked if you don't keep your attitude in check, including limited access. I'm gonna shuffle that dog. I'm gonna shuffle. This message really wants to come out in this deck right here. So I'm gonna shuffle this again. And deck 3. Oh, okay. Wait. Hysteria and then denial. So this might be about someone. You know where this is going. I'm not interpreting that any further. I'm just going to shuffle and put the freaking deck down, okay? All right, take a moment. Focus on what it is you'd like to know about. And remember the title is You Untie You. And all right, so let's begin, shall we? Hopefully you've considered your questions or curiosities or what's going on in your day just in general, but let's see what's up in deck 1. Okay. Move this over. And yes, you guys can see my robe. It's cold. Hold on. There we go. Is that better? It looks bummy. But what's more important? So let's have good thoughts right now, clearing. Relax. What message is here for those who chose deck 1? So we have Cancer energy here. You might be a Cancer. You might have it in your chart somewhere. Or you could just be in your emotions, feeling that energy of or desire of love. Virgo here at the bottom. Might be being too cautious about life. Not realizing that, ooh. Okay, clarify. Okay, kind of already said this. Ooh, Scorpio. Ooh. If you chose deck 1, you might be dealing with somebody who has way too much control over your life. As in what time, when, where, how, blase, blase. And you've accepted that influence. Now, this can be boss energy, dealing with a boss. But you might be experiencing some high levels of unhappiness. It's like a karmic response from the universe based on what you have attracted into your energy. And somebody's got you in your head, so you may be really trying to make decisions about what's next. This can also be daydreaming that stalls you out. Daydreaming or nightmare dreaming, one of the two, I don't know. Too much in your head. Too obsessed, too fixed with this ego. You're dealing with somebody who's it's a complex test of self, what's important to you, and why shouldn't you spend your time being happy? Why can't you? This guide says, if this is your data and you're dealing with an ultimate asshole sandwich, or you're dealing with someone who has just become very dependent on your submission, and yes, I'm saying it that hard because maybe it feels like that, wanting something specific, wanting a certain life, wanting a certain way of living, way of functioning, way of being. It's your inner self trying to get out, right? But you may have given too much power or the assumption of power to someone else that takes up your time, that decides your time, your timing. They decide the repetition in your life. This can be as simple as a boss making scheduling for you. And you don't like the scheduling. You've asked for something different, but they're like, yeah. Yeah. And it might even lead to a steamy, hot conversation that doesn't include delicious coffee. And it's the conversation that gets you in your head. Yeah, somebody with an authoritative bias. And even though they've suffered the slings and arrows of their shitty attitude towards others, they ain't learned nothing. I always say this, like, listen, if there is no repercussion for the behavior, why would it change? That's ridiculous. Why would it change? I mean, literally, if I could walk into my favorite restaurant, let's say, if I could walk into one of my favorite restaurants and walk out with their entire container of delicious bread pudding, can tell when I'm hungry. If I could go in each day and walk out with a container of bread pudding, why would I stop? Like, and it's delicious, and you're not stopping me, and you don't ask for anything, and you make it every day. I walk in and I take all of it so that you can't even sell it. Nothing. Why on earth would I change my behavior? Bread pudding is delicious. Are you nuts? And so let's flip that to the person who has this great influence, and they may make you like resent them at this point, or you're getting up this energy of not liking them. And you now have a fixed energy with them. Now that, yeah, okay, you might have that fixed energy with them, but you're also fixing an energy within yourself. And that can make you and that person be kind of stubborn and difficult with each other in general, because both of you are focused on money and movement. So you may be being guided or influenced, encouraged. There may be events going on that are like growing those seeds of fuck you. You ever seen that plant? I know nobody has seen that plant, but it exists. It's called fuck you. Some people have figured out that if you smoke it, it'll help you say fuck you and not feel anything about it. But for those who haven't figured out that you can roll it, and smoke it, those who haven't figured it out, you're going to have to, have a different experience with that plant, right? And the plant is growing seeds, or it's a full botanical garden at this point in your mind, and you're on the edge of choosing power for yourself, love for yourself. For some of you, you might have, Deck 1 people, you might have already realized how unhealthy accepting that influence has become for you. And that's your intuition kicking in. Believe it or not, intuition isn't just a dictionary thing you can look up. Intuition is that inner sense of knowing. Knowing thyself is included in that. Hello. So that's could be your intuition kicking in, is what I'm saying, right? You're asking questions that the other robots are not asking. And so that kind of puts you into this self-awareness mode. And if you need a further breakdown of self-awareness mode, it might be the mode where you've begun to pick the seeds off the plants. And then you put them into a lovely grinder. And you grind them up into a nice, little fluff. And then you would put them between, some papers. Or you might put them in a bowl or something. I don't know. And you smoke it, and you begin to see the end. It's even a little bit bright in the camera, but this is once you are comfortable with the plant, you've begun, interacting with it, letting it become a part of your genetic structure. And I'm not talking about just weed. However, you start to recognize the chains. You start to recognize the struggle, the greed. You start to see that the sky is not the limit, that the ceiling above you in this situation is a lot lower than you thought. Okay? And that's building up the soul, because you're now seeing, you may start, if you haven't already, you're going to see something. And no, you can't control it. You'll just be observing something that is out of order. So it can be somebody who works with you getting a boost or getting a freedom that you didn't get, and you deserve it, and you know that. It makes options very clear to you. it makes it very clear to you how easy it is for other people to deal with and do what they want with options, and that you are an option. This puts you into an energy where you realize the struggle isn't you and them and them and them. They ain't gonna, like, their help is limited. And it begins this struggle with the self. Let's simplify that. So you got the seeds, right? You got the seeds of awareness, and you've grinded them up real nice, right? You got the plants, you got the leaves. And you go to roll it, and then the paper breaks apart, and all of the seeds and the flowers fall on the floor. Now you could roll over and cry. You could bitch and complain about it. You could call some people. You can call the company that you bought the papers from, and you could say, I bought these papers, and when I went to roll, this shit just fell apart. What the fuck? This is a problem. Fix it. You could try that. You could risk it. You could. You could. And the company might be like, maybe you don't know how to roll with the punches. Maybe you don't know how to properly sprinkle. You don't know when to lick the paper. You don't know when to, you don't know what you're doing. So I'm sorry, no refunds, no fixes, no solutions. In fact, go fuck yourself. You could take that. This is a test of your patience, right? Right? So you could go with that, or you could get some paper, try a different brand of paper. There's solutions. Or you could just cry over spilt knowledge and get back to work. You could. You have options, no different than the others have options. You even have the option of obsessing over it or changing faces. This can be getting control of that inner strength to go, you know what? I see how y'all are. I'm not even going to fight about it. Gonna deal with gonna just do what I gotta do next. The universe is putting struggle, making you aware of struggling for what's right for yourself at this time. And you're going through that, like it feels like, okay, it's like watching somebody get boosted, and then the person who gave them the raise or the new position or gave them a better working condition, it feels like if you questioned it, motherfuckers would look at you like, and? Or you would be lied to about why that happened. Like, listen, man. Motherfuckers, the universe is testing your gangster. And while you may, if you're aware of this at this time, don't be sensitive, be intuitive. What's next? What do you want next, as opposed to feeding the energy of struggle that will justify other people's decisions in exercising their options? That's what I'm saying. I'm moving on. Did you choose deck? Oops. Did you choose deck 2? Let's see what's there. Ooh, Lord, okay, I'm just going to... So I don't know if this is a part of it. We'll see. I just heard gossip, lies, and slander. If you chose deck 2, you may be dealing with a big head, egotistical bitch who's happy to talk shit. They might even be happy to lie. Flat out, straight up, and down. God dog. may have multiple women doing this too, but it feels like, okay, what I just heard is gossip artists. You can be an artist? Okay. Hey, listen. Okay, you know what? As I think about it, that, all right. I feel like this is for one of my feminine goddesses. If you chose deck 2, you might have some feminine energies that are trying to talk. They're not trying, they're doing it. Maybe lying, maybe talking shit. They want you to snap, crackle, and pop. Or they expect you to because maybe you do that. Yeah, they want to fight. Oh, I'm annoyed already. Advice. 6. I feel like I have to incorporate 6 in this. Because I'm not like, okay. I just saw Mrs. Doubtfire. Goddesses, do you need a break? Maybe you should watch Mrs. Doubtfire. Maybe just for laughs or something. But okay. I saw Mrs. Doubtfire jumping over a counter in uniform. Rest in peace to Robin Williams. But I saw Miss Doubtfire jumping over a counter yelling, "Help is on the way!" There's something Swedish or Danish, or the accent sounds that way, like, or there is an accent. Oh, fucking no, look. Let me just... Hey, 6, do you have any messages for my guides and guidesses who select the deck 2? Because I feel like this is your calling here in this number.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
One more.
Screaming will not help anyone.
Right. Right. And right, 6. You are on it. What else?
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
What? What? Clarify. The audience. What else?
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Can we get something that isn't so selfish? And oh my God, what else? Ooh.
Idiots!
Okay, idiots. Do not engage. If you do have these 2 feminine energies, could be 2 with an audience. There may be an audience. Okay, you might have 2 feminine energies, and one of them is doing it for men to look at them. The other's doing it for ego and to be bigger than others. Growth. Holy shit. Yeah, somebody has plans to go towards somebody that you know, deck 2. Bitch is crazy. Sorry to laugh out loud like that. No, that was sudden and loud, but I felt that way. So when this comes back around for you to see this in full effect, try not to smack your head on any nearby objects while you laugh out loud. Belly laugh is what I heard. Watch your head is what I heard. I'm sitting in my chair, but I specifically hear, watch your head. You're going to laugh. You're going to belly laugh at the gift. Oh my God. Okie dokie. And it may have taken a long time to correctly wrap this gift for you. You don't know this is coming. So I'm going to need you to be aware of repetition in what you're focused on. Be mindful that you're not giving. Okay, I was going to say energy, but the word that was coming through was credence. Look it up, because I ain't no fucking dictionary. Credence? God damn it. Okay, I'm understanding here. I do have to look this up. Okay, hold on. Now I hear credence, Clearwater revival. Something about going around the bend? What? Rock. One of y'all must be a musician up in here. Okay, let's go to the definition. Okay, credence. Belief in or acceptance of something as true. Definition 2. A small side table, shelf, or niche in a church for holding the elements of the Eucharist before they are consecrated. Example is in a credence table. What does it mean to give credence to something? To believe. To believe, usually used in negative statements. Example, don't give credence to their gossip. It's really there. Let's see if I can. Don't give credence. I gotta get a new camera. Don't give credence to their gossip. Moving on. Ooh, furniture. What about it? Oh my. I'm going to need you to have a seat and be patient. It does feel like people might be speaking shit about you, deck 2, okay? Guess what? That's never going to change. Somebody's always going to have something stupid to say because there's... Oh, this sucks. I'm sorry. Here's a little secret. There's more stupid people on this planet than intelligent people. A lot of the intelligent people have mastered the art of not talking too much. So you're going to have to master that. And they run out of energy, but you might have been fueling, giving them a little fuel. I don't know. Moving out of that part. Work on your surroundings. Work on you. Get things in order. Regulate your life. You do not have time or energy to focus on minutia, is what I heard. People that don't matter, things that don't really truly matter. If it will not be of importance to you in 10 years, message. But there is some karma that's going to loop one of your haters that likes male attention specifically. The males of your past. They have a focus on masculine energy that you've dealt with. What? They're losing value. They don't understand that. They're losing value. They're losing value. Okay. I don't know if this is the same message or the next message. Clarify that. Okay, this is relationship data right now. So if you ain't in, okay, if your curiosities wasn't around a relationship, this part isn't for you. If your question around deck 2 was about relationships or somebody that you were in a relationship with, they are about to revert, or they're slowly reverting back to their old ways. So if you broke up with somebody and you're dealing with some feminine energies, that's playing games between you and that person, or is causing some type of riffraff energy, they might think they're on top of the world. They got it made. They don't understand. Ooh. They don't see it. Their intuition hasn't kicked in. And sometimes having a big-headed ass ego makes that difficult. They don't see the signs. They don't see the hole developing beneath them. I won't say hole. Let's say quicksand. Because it's coming in like the... You ever see that movie, The Blob? I don't know why that movie really disturbs me as I think of it now. I don't. Okay, that's just what came to my vision. They got this masculine energy so ingrained in their head that he's clouded the vision. So it's difficult to tell you're on an escalator going downstairs. Ooh. They don't... Ooh. They're just pouring themselves out. It's like, okay, so this is supposed to be, okay, my art. No, I can't draw. Okay, so if you're laughing at my artwork, fuck you. Okay, but this was intended to be a sink. Draining, going down the drain, can be emotional, can be financial. But that's going in the opposite direction. So it's like the sewage coming back up. And it's going where the clean water and clean energy is supposed to be going, right? Or coming from. It's, oh. Deck 2. Air hugs. Are you dealing... This is like the symphony of cunt. That's what I just saw. Okay, I saw an orchestra. But I do love orchestral music, so you're dealing with the symphony of cunt. Okay, and I'm gonna need you to sit down. You're not even in front row, okay? You're just not. So have a seat in the theater and stop smacking on popcorn. It's an orchestra, so we gotta listen. You don't talk, though. You just kind of listen and check out how many people have no idea what kind of instruments they're really playing, or that the orchestra music can't last forever. It never does. Damn, this bitch keep coming back. Somebody has chained themselves to karma. That's nuts. And they chose that because they thought that they was one up in you, or they were competing with you, thought they could be better than you. Ha ha ha. Join the circus, bitch. So look. If you chose deck 2, please sit down. The song is not almost over, but it's like when you hear like those groups play at their concerts, right? And they stop the music at the end of the song, but it's not the end of the song. And everybody starts cheering like, yeah, that's great. But there's a whole nother 5 minutes left. Like, and then you feel weird. And then when the song really ends, you're not sure if you should clap because they might do it again. So it's one of those temporary moments of like silence, and everybody's like, yeah, you got it. The show, it was the music, you did that. Not realizing there's a little bit more music to go. Ooh. You're going to hear the rest of this song. If you chose deck 2, sit down. Now listen, you could, I'm saying sit down because I would think you'd want to hear how bad the music gets. That way you can't just walk out like, I listened to 30 seconds and I didn't like it. That's cunty. You want to hear the whole like song, right? So that you can make a real in-depth opinion on how shit-tastic the music was, right? I think that's fair and balanced. So now you can't bring a friend to this symphony, so okay, it's not a +1. But somebody has chosen to walk a path of karma. I'm sorry to say this. This path might have been intended for you, deck 2. And somebody, whoever these feminines are, them hopping into your orbit. I talk about this all the time. They hopped into your orbit. And so if they don't understand the orbit, then you're probably not going to be paying attention when the comets come through. You're probably not going to be paying much attention when the asteroids come through. Probably not going to be paying attention when a meteor shower just magically fucking happens. You're just not, because you don't understand the cosmology of your orbit, deck 2. They didn't. They just hopped in it. And so you might not know the orbit of stuff. You don't know. You don't know if it's satellites floating through. We ain't even discussed the satellites. Are there any living beings on the planets around that? They just don't fucking know. They really thought that they could take advantage of the situation, be a one-up, be a winning, a winner in the situation. Thought that they could hop into your orbit and fucking whole ass realign your constellation. Put it on display, make maps of that shit, point out, how this isn't right or that isn't right. You know what I'm saying? They just really thought that they could come in and shift the orbit according to what they wanted. Not understanding how that works, right? If you don't really understand how that works, then what they don't get is that, yeah, you could hop into your orbit, guides and goddesses, but if you hopped into someone's orbit, you don't create your own direction. You pretty much get into the orbit. Okay? So if your solar system is doing like this, and they hop in, like, look at your fucked up ass planets, they don't realize they're slowly being acclimated, being indoctrinated, being assimilated. Pick a fucking word. They're adapting. They're becoming a part of that orbit. And so any things that would have normally slammed into your star, because you are the center of your own universe, right? So anything that would have slammed into your star normally is hitting them now, is what I'm saying, right? I hope this encourages you to look at star maps. They're just so fascinating. Tornado. Oh boy. So one of the feminine energies at this time is the universe is gearing up, building up the evolution, the outcome of a situation. You've already experienced it. They're about to experience it. It's like how they laughed at you, how they made fun of you. They're about to be exactly in that energy. Like they're okay. Verbatim is what I heard. It's okay. I'm just sharing what I see. Man and woman break up. Man and woman break up because of woman's best friend fucking that man. Best friend feels like more powerful because they got to fuck this woman's man. So woman and new woman and or best friend and man go off and have their own adventure. But that adventure includes the original sin that broke up the original woman and man, right? It's new sin, right? So the best friend former best friend, is dealing with the original sin. Because this person, the masculine, hasn't changed. They haven't changed. They just changed faces that they're looking at. And as I say that, masculine energy comes out. The masculine tornado, that bitch ain't even see it coming. Now, see, she could have seen it coming, but wasn't looking. Too busy in somebody else's orbit, not paying attention, didn't look at no star map or nothing. Just hopped into the orbit like, I run this shit. I'm going to take all the solar systems apart and take what I want. Okay, well, they can do it. They're going to pay for that, though. They're going to go through the same experience. The difference is, are they going to be as vocal when it's their turn? Moving on. Moving on. Did you select deck 3? Let's see what's here for you. Okie dokie. I think this is pretty quick. Don't let your genitals get you in trouble at this time. Deck 3. There is a lower part of the self thing you might be focused on. Be careful with this. It feels like immaturity. Don't let other people get you fucked up. I also hear something about pregnancy. I don't like to do readings like that. I do not like to do readings about pregnancy. However, that data is coming through. Be very careful, masculines and feminines, about getting pregnant. You might be risking getting. Oh God, the word that's coming through is knocked up. You might be risking creating another human with somebody that you don't know 100% of yet. Excuse me. Hiccups. Okay. Yeah, okay. So if you got somebody new in your space and y'all are having fun, somebody might be lying, or maybe somebody didn't ask about birth control, or it ain't being used. Oh, you might be lining yourself up for one of them 20-year tests. So make sure you're not doing things because you have low self-esteem or something like that. Ew, furniture shopping. That's ego. So maybe you're like Beyonce. You're feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself. That is self-esteem stuff too. So be careful, because right now I'm gonna put 30 days on this. One of y'all is in the energy of pregnancy, replication. And you may be looking for someone just to rub yourself against, but you ain't paying attention. It's almost like the energy of somebody hooking up with somebody, and at some point they said something about kids, or there's some proof or evidence that that person has an affinity for being a parent, wants to be a parent, wants multiple kids. Someone has said that. So I don't know if everybody's listening to the dialogue and exchange, but the person who's talking about wanting to replicate actually needs healing time. And bringing in children will make baggage that never gets resolved. Because, okay, somebody doesn't know what it's like to truly be the center of attention, and that's what they're missing. And so they haven't had that experience in life yet. So adding more people that require primary levels of attention will make one of these people feel more subtraction. As I say it comes out. And they're not going to like the subtraction. They're not going to... Be very careful if you're doing naughty things, right? Birth control next 30 days. I don't give a fuck. Everybody. Now, I'm old. I don't have these issues. But for those of you who are younger and you know you are doing naughty shit, this will be the one that will fuck with your heart on for a little while. This will be the one that will change the way you feel sensually. At this time, whatever you're doing, these are the events that will bring the baggage you are not prepared for. And I'm not calling little children baggage, but if you're still in child mode, or you haven't experienced, all the stuff that you want to experience on a personal enjoyment, selfish level, all about you. If you haven't finished that part of your life, do not incorporate others in who are going to be damaged because at 30 or 40 you're going to want to still be a kid, or you're not mature and you're going through that second phase of life where you're all about things and not people. It keeps coming out. So you have options. Deck 3, success, personal success, impressing yourself, or subtraction. Some of you are en route to your ultimate goals, success, big dream shit. But you have stumbled over a subtracting element, or you're about to rub genitals with subtraction. Oh my God. Why do I see sports? So I don't know if you are in sports or you have goals and dreams of sports that have yet to be realized exactly the way you want them. I'm telling you, you're about to rub up against a situation or a person that is going to fuck with your heart on for the next 20 plus years. And all they had to do was smile at you. These are advanced level games. My God. Look at this. Oh, I'm done with the deck 3. If you chose deck 3, I'm going to need you to... I'm not even going to tell you to sit down in a theater because it's all the stuff you're doing around the theater that's the problem. I'm going to tell you to go find something else to do it yourself. You are playing a risky game at this time, the kind of game that alters your future. And it's not even a game of that you're playing on others. This game is being played on you. And look what's in the middle. Let me move my cards down because I'm looking. Look what's in the middle. Between your success. If this is for a masculine, please. I drew my own cards so they're easier to interpret for everybody. Not to be copycatted. Remember that. But you can decide for yourself what the fuck that is. So don't let curiosity get you in too much trouble. Deck 3 and all that you listen. Boredom. And feeling the desire to be naughty for a few minutes. One of y'all is going to be stuck to a person for the rest of your life type of data. And there's something specific about this that you don't want, ultimately. This is somebody who knows your potential. Whoever the wood killer is, where'd the card go? Whoever the wood killer is, they are going to pour it on thick. They're good. They look good enough to keep your attention. This is somebody that if you were to take your time with to get to know them, you would understand why they need to be outside of the friend zone. You may expect a miracle from others, or you may expect honesty and fairness, and you want to trust people, but you can't trust everybody. So that's something you got to unlearn at this time. Because I feel like deck 3, whoever you are, you got goals, you got plans, you got dreams, and that shit is real, man. But so is quick, thoughtless behavior that can cost you a lifetime. And this will cost you a lifetime. And it's a lifetime of responsibility and connection. And it's a lifetime of feeling different because of how the situation is. Because this ain't no snack data. This becomes the meal. This becomes everything on the plate. This becomes the plate. It's something that can restructure your goals and expectations, like everything. Like maybe you want to go into sports, or you are in sports and you're about to be picked for a major team or something. But then you knock up the one, you might get the one pregnant, the one that was a test. And instead of taking the test and going, you know what, I ain't fucking with that, instead of doing that, you chose to engage with subtraction. And now when it's time to be picked for this opportunity, let's say you get the opportunity, that person magically reappears and is talking to TMZ about all this stuff that you know what I'm saying? It's a lifetime. Maybe they don't talk to TMZ. Maybe they just show up at your house every 5 minutes looking for money for diapers. And every time you look like you're getting money or things are good, they got something to say, and it's fucked up because you expected a miracle. But what you get is dark games. What you get is, like, the smile was at the bottom of everything. What you get is an opportunity to think different. That includes baggage, by the way. Like not being curious about who you're dealing with, not communicating, getting to know people and make sure that they're not a process of subtraction. Because the universe wants to know, are you really ready for what's next? Because what's next includes obstacle courses like this. And this is around your lower self, by the way. This is lower self, lust, quick thinking, not thinking at all. And not realizing that whoever this person coming in is, whoever this artist of subtraction is, they know your potential. And so connecting themselves to you for life is a thing. Because you'll be drainable. You are drainable. Whoa, dude. What I heard is you're a drainable asset. That's the title for this whole goddamn reading right now. I will show the word. Drainable assets. Oops. Okay. Okay, so I was asking about advice. You have a choice. This is old, repetitive data. It's more of an evolve or repeat. But it's not a repeated cycle because I don't feel like you've gone through this at this level just yet. So it's an evolve before this is something that you'll have to repeat daily, weekly, monthly. It's sharpening your intellect and your intuitive capabilities, where you're listening between the words, looking at people's actions. And it's tools, it's a gift you've forgotten. If this is your data deck 3, you probably have some pretty good levels of intuition that fail when it comes to lust. And so paying attention and avoiding that subtraction, if you get lucky enough to avoid this, if you can catch it in time and subtract it from your space fast enough, then, you get enhanced use of your intuition, and you're going to need that. You're going to need that. So it's a little bit of lab coat data, but I don't think anybody's pulling out their genitals in the lab. God, I hope not. Okay, I hope that... Oh, wait a minute, no. Okay, as I'm understanding it, I gotta do a yes or no. Or maybe not. Where's the cards? Alright. If you have a yes or no question, I'm gonna split the deck into 2. So pick a deck that you want, and we'll see what the answer is. Focus on your question. Deck 1, deck 2. Did you select deck 1? Experience. The answer is yes. Did you select deck 2? Woo! If it's about health, the answer is yes. I don't know why I'm being nosy right now. The answer is yes to health. I got something about growth. Something isn't growing. No growth. No blocks. Hope that was helpful. All right. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would help. I appreciate it. And if you just enjoyed it quietly, I appreciate you too. And remember, you are well. See you later.